Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're looking at a really interesting development, Galaxy Digital moving $100 million.
Yeah, that's a big number. And it's not just any move. It's from Ethereum to Solana.
Exactly. And Galaxy Digital, well, they're a major player, right? Global crypto financial services.
Founded by Mike Novogratz.
Yeah.
They just got their FCA license in the UK, too, for derivatives. So they're serious.
Definitely serious. So this $100 million shift, it feels like more than just, balancing the books.
Absolutely. It could signal something bigger about how institutions are viewing these core blockchain platforms.
Okay, let's break it down. Maybe start with Solana. For anyone needing a quick refresher.
Sure. Solana is all about performance. High speed, low fees. It uses something called proof of history.
Right, the proof of history. It's kind of like a super fast clock built into the blockchain.
Exactly. Which lets it handle, well, the claims are up to 65,000 transactions per second, which is huge.
Huge. And its coin, SOL, it's been pretty resilient lately, hasn't it? Back around $138 after that dip.
Yeah, showing some strength, about a 45% recovery, I think.
Okay, so that's Solana. Now, contrast that with Ethereum, still number 2, obviously, but
But facing some headwinds, particularly with institutional money. We saw, what, $26.7 million flow out just last week?
yeah, and that's part of a bigger trend, right? Something like $772 million in total outflows recently.
Mm-hmm. So you have money moving out of Ethereum funds, and then you see a big player like Galaxy actively moving into Solana.
It makes you think. So the mission for us today is really to understand the why. Why this move? Why now?
Right. Is this an isolated bet, or is it, like you said, a signal of a broader institutional pivot?
It certainly feels significant. Moving $100 million, that's a strong vote of confidence in Solana, or maybe less confidence in Ethereum's immediate future.
It could be both.
Yeah.
It really suggests a potential strategic shift away from, the established layer one giant towards a faster competitor.
It's like they're reassessing the core technology. Ethereum's been dominant for so long in smart contracts.
But maybe that dominance is being challenged on the performance front. The outflows from Ethereum funds do hint that some institutions are exploring alternative.
And Galaxy just made a very public alternative choice.
Precisely. And the driver seems pretty clear. Solana's technical specs. That speed difference, 65,000 TPS versus Ethereum's, well, significantly lower capacity.
It's night and day, really. For applications needing high throughput, that matters a lot.
It impacts costs, speed, user experience, everything vital for, mainstream adoption.
So for you listening, get this. Maybe the institutions believe Solana's tech has matured. Remember those earlier stability concerns?
Right. Perhaps the calculation now is that the performance advantages outweigh those past issues, or that the issues are sufficiently resolved.
While Ethereum focused maybe more on decentralization and security initially.
But Solana went laser focused on speed and scalability. And now it seems like that focus is attracting serious capital.
Is this then kind of a validation? A validation of Solana's whole architectural approach?
It certainly looks like the market, or at least big players like Galaxy, are putting a higher premium on that throughput capability right now.
So the takeaway for you trying to keep up, this isn't just finance news. It's about the underlying tech race. Major players are making big bets based on technological evaluations.
It suggests the potential shift in the competitive landscape is really underway.
The aha moment here, I think, is seeing that even with Ethereum's huge head start, its massive ecosystem.
Yeah, the first mover advantage.
Right. Even with all that, Solana's raw performance might just be too compelling for some institutions to ignore anymore.
That scalability, that speed, it seems to be the deciding factor in this specific, very large move.
Okay, so final thought to leave you with. If this kind of serious money is flowing into Solana.
What does that signal about the future pecking order of these platforms?
Exactly. And where does innovation concentrate next if performance becomes the primary driver? Something to definitely keep an eye on.
Food for thought.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.